So my voice is audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will see the further 2-3 more types of problems in this Lamis theorem. We will see today 2-3 problems, 2 or 3, and if the time is remaining, then we will move further for the friction next bit. Okay. So the next variety of the problem we will study in this now. So I will write the problem. You also write it with me. The numerical is a uniform wheel, a uniform wheel with 60 centimeter diameter, with 60 centimeter diameter, rest against a rigid rectangular block, a rigid rectangular block of 15 centimeter height, of 15 centimeter height, as shown in figure, as shown in figure. Okay, figure is also given, but first we will write the numerical. Find the magnitude, find the magnitude and direction of the least pull through the center of wheel, through the center of wheel over the corner of the block, over the corner of the block. All surfaces are smooth. All surfaces are smooth. Full stop. Find the reaction of the block. Find the reaction of the block at contact point. At contact point. Okay. The wheel weight, the wheel weight will weight 5 kilonewton. So now I will draw the diagram. Then we will discuss the numerical, what is exactly given to us. Now this is a wheel. This is a wheel. Okay. And it is resting on a surface. This is the surface on which it is resting. Now a block is placed over here. This is the block. Okay. And the height of this block is also given to us. It is 15 centimeter. The height of this block is 15 centimeter. And the diameter of this, see, I will show over here. This total diameter, okay, this total diameter is 60 centimeters they have given to us. And the height of this block, this height, it is also given to us. This height is 15 centimeter, height of the block. Okay, and now somewhere here the CG of this will be there. And now what is the weight? So weight of 5 kilonewton is acting. So this is the weight of 5 kilonewton. Okay, which I have shown over here. This is the weight of 5 kilonewton. Then they have told you to calculate the least pull. Okay, so two major concepts I'm going to tell you. If possible, you can write it down. First, for the least pull, it should be always perpendicular to the block reaction. Okay, whatever the reaction you are getting from the block, for the least pull is always perpendicular to that reaction. First thing. Second thing is that now see, they have told us in the problem that this wheel has to move on. Okay, just move on this block. Okay, when this wheel will be in motion and it will try to pass this block, then at this point where is the contact of this wheel with this surface, there will not be any contact of this wheel with the surface when this wheel is started to move above the block. समजतंय, ज्या वेळेला हे व्हील जस्ट मूव्ह व्हायला लागेल या ब्लॉक वरती, तर त्यावेळेला या व्हीलचा या सरफेसशी काहीही कॉन्टॅक्ट नसणार. ते व्हील काय झालेलं असणार आहे, मूव्ह झालेलं असणार आहे पुढं. ओके, सो नाव इफ आय शो यू द रिएक्शन्स, so this will be the reaction which we will get like this. Okay, this is the reaction R. Let us say that this is the reaction R. Okay, and the least pull is perpendicular to this reaction, so this is the direction of the least pull, and I will call this as P minimum. I will call this as P minimum. So this is, in short, this is the given data. Okay, and now if you see, I will read the problem once again. A uniform wheel with 60 centimeter diameter, so this is 60 centimeter, the diameter of this wheel, rest against a rigid rectangular block of 15 centimeter height. So this is the rigid rectangular block which is having a height of 15 centimeter. As shown in figure, find the magnitude and the direction of least pull. Okay, so this is the least pull through the center of wheel over the corner of the block. Okay, so least pull, this is the corner of the block, and for the least pull, for the concept of least pull, this angle should be 90 degree. The angle between the reaction and the least pull must be always 90 degree, then and then only the pull is the least pull, minimum pull. All surfaces are smooth. Find the reaction of the block at contact point. So this R also we need to find out, and we have to calculate this P minimum also. The wheel of weight 5 kilonewton. So this is the weight of the wheel, which is 5 kilonewton. Now we will see how to solve this numerical. Okay. So now here I will write given data, whatever they have given to us. So D is the diameter, which is 60 centimeter. Okay, weight W, it is 5 kilonewton, and the thickness of block, that is T, it is 15 centimeter. Okay, so first I will write the concept that you should remember. This concept for this numerical is first one for least pull, it should be perpendicular. It should be perpendicular to the block reaction. To the block reaction. So this is the first concept. And second thing is that will turn over the block, and if this wheel is turned over the block, then no contact reaction between floor and wheel. Okay, once this wheel started to move, just move on this block, then there will not be any contact of this wheel with the surface. Okay, so this is the thing. Now to find out this, what I will do now, I will just see, I will drop one horizontal line from here, that is the perpendicular to this. This angle is 90 degree. Okay, this angle is 90 degree. Now I know how much is this length. Okay, how much is this length? Now see, they have given us diameter 60 centimeter. So if diameter is 60 centimeter, then radius R will be 30 centimeter. Okay, so this from the centroid up to this point, this total distance is 30 centimeter. As this total is 60, from this centroid to this point, it is half of that. R is equal to D by 2. So this will be 30 centimeter. And if this is 13 centimeter, the height of block is 15 centimeter. So this much is 15. So this remaining will be 30 minus 15. It is 15 centimeter. This remaining will be 15 centimeter. Okay. And again, now if you see this distance, okay, this will be the radius. This is the radius from this point. If I say from this point, then this will be again the radius. So this distance is known to you. This is 30 centimeter because the diameter is given as 60 centimeter. So from this you can calculate this angle theta. From this you can calculate this angle theta. Okay. So that we need to calculate first. So to calculate that, consider triangle. This triangle we need to consider. Okay, so for this consideration, we will give some naming to this triangle. Suppose this is point O, this is A, this is point C, and call this point as B. Now, if I see the triangle OAC, if you see the triangle OAC, this is the 90 degree. So this will be your hypotenuse. 30 centimeter is your hypotenuse, and the 15 centimeter is the side opposite to theta. So to calculate the angle theta, I will use the formula of sine theta. So if I use the formula of sine theta, then it is opposite side upon hypotenuse. So my opposite side is 15 centimeter and hypotenuse is 60. Okay. So therefore, if you solve this, you will get the value of theta. So let me know the value of theta. What is the value of theta? Calculate it. This hypotenuse is not 60, hypotenuse is 30. Okay. Here you can see this is 30 centimeter. This will be radius. या triangle मध्ये काय आहे तर ही आहे radius आणि हे जे आहे ते 15 centimeter. Okay, so now we need to find out this angle theta. This is 30 centimeter. So if I use sine of theta in this right angle triangle, then it will be opposite side, that is 15 centimeter divided by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 30. So if you solve this, you will get the answer.
30 degree.
30 degree. Okay. So the theta angle is 30 degree. Now if I draw the diagram, okay, if I draw the diagram which only shows the forces, so see your reaction is acting in this direction. This is the direction of the reaction. Okay. Then the least pull, it is perpendicular to this reaction. It will be like this. This is the least pull. And then weight is acting like this, vertically downwards. Okay. So in this way, the weight is acting, and this is 5 kilonewton weight. This is R is my reaction. This is P minimum. So you can see now two forces are acting outward, and one force, that is R, is acting inward. So in this case, we cannot use Lami's theorem. When we are going to use the Lami's theorem, either three forces are acting inward or all the three forces are acting outward. So for this now, what I will do, I will shift this force along its line of action like this over here. Okay. So now we have already calculated, we got this angle as 30 degree. Okay, because you can see here, you can see this line is the horizontal line. If I draw any horizontal line over here also, then this angle, and if I extend this line, then these two will be corresponding angles. म्हणजे हे कसं होईल इकडे डायग्राम काढून तुम्हाला मी दाखवतो अजून एकदा. If you don't understand, this is the line of block. Okay, and the next is this is the line which is going like this. This is your R, and here you have calculated this angle as 30 degree, and here somewhere the centroid is there. So now again, if I draw this horizontal line, okay, this is my horizontal line, perfectly horizontal line, and if I extend the line of action of this force, now if I extend the line of action of this force further, okay, so if I extend this line of action further like this, okay, so this is R. So this is your R. Okay, this is the R. This is the sigmoid line of action of R. So if this angle is 30 degree, this angle is also 30 degree, because these two are the corresponding angles. These two are the corresponding angles because this is the horizontal line. This line is the horizontal line, and this line is also horizontal line, and this will become the transverse. So these two angles will be corresponding angle. So this angle will become 30 degree. Here you can see this angle is 30. So if you extend this line further and if you draw the horizontal line, then whatever the angle will be subtended over here, that is also 30 degree. If I show you here only, then also you will get the same thing. See, this is the horizontal line which I will draw. This is the horizontal line. Okay. And again, if I extend this, force line, see this line, if I extend it from here like this, then this angle, whatever the angle is there, this angle will also be 30 degree. That is what I am saying. If this angle is theta, this is also theta. Okay, because here you can see this is the horizontal line. This is perfectly horizontal line. And this is also horizontal line. So this will become transverse. So now, so this angle is 30 degrees. So here, now I will show the R over at this point. Okay. I will show that R at this point. This angle is already 90 degree. For least pull, this angle should be 90 degree. Okay. So we will calculate all other angles. This also 90 degree. This angle is also 90 degree. So what will be this angle? This total is 180, out of which this is 90, this is 30. So 90 plus 30, 120. So this remaining angle will be 60 degree. Now we will see what are the angles between the forces. So between these two forces, between R and P minimum, the angle is 90 degree. Between R and this weight 5 kilonewton, what will be the angle? 90 plus 30, it is 120 degree. And then between this P minimum, and this weight 5 kilonewton, what is the angle? It is 90 plus 60, 150. Okay, 150 degree is the angle. So these are the angles. Now we have got all the angles. Now once we know the angle, we can use the Lami's theorem, and all the three forces are moving outward. So now in this case, if I use the Lami's theorem, then what I will get? So here it is P minimum divided by sine of 120 degree. Other two forces, angle you should consider sine of angle between the other two forces. P minimum, then R divided by sine of 150 degree, which is equal to 5 divided by sine of 90 degree. Now you can easily solve this and let me know the value of P minimum and R.
$4.33 and 2.5.
2.5. Okay. So these are the values: 4.33 kilonewton, 2.5 kilonewton. Please check the answer. Okay. So the key concept in this numerical is you should remember that when you come across this type of numerical, this wheel is moving further and it will cross this, what we can say, rectangular block. Okay. So when this and just a minimum pull, what is required? So 4.33 kilonewton pull is required to provide to this wheel so that it will just cross this block. ओके, त्या ब्लॉक वरती तो त्याचे चाक आहे, त्याचे व्हील आहे, ते या ब्लॉक वरती येईल. बट ऍट द सेम टाइम यू शुड रिमेंबर दॅट when this block is moving over this rectangular block, when this wheel is moving over this rectangular block, the contact of this wheel, that is this contact, there you will not get any reaction RB from this surface, because there will not be any contact of this wheel with this surface when it is moving on this rectangular block. That key point you should remember. Okay. So now we will take the next numerical. The problem is the cylindrical rollers of weight 50 Newton each, are placed inside a cup as shown in figure. Find the reactions at points of contact. Okay. So this is the given numerical. Cylindrical rollers of weight 50 Newton each are placed inside a cup as shown in figure. Find the reaction at the contact point. So now we will draw the diagram. So these are the two spheres. This is the first one. This is the second one. Two identical spheres are there. So these two are the identical spheres. It is given like this. And then it is placed inside a cup. So I will draw it. So this is the diagram. And then this also comes up like this. Okay. So these two are the cylindrical rulers of weight 50 Newton each. So weight is also given, and then in the diagram they have given you the radius. So first of all, I will mark it like this so that you can understand this is the surface which is in the contact. So this whole surface is not in the contact. Some of the points from this surface are in the contact with these rulers. So we will give some name to these points. Let us call this point as point A, this point as point B, then this point, it is point C, and here also two spheres are come in the contact. So this point we will call as point D. Now somewhere here the center of this sphere will be situated, and somewhere here the center of this sphere will be there. So this total distance is given to us as 1 meter. This total distance they have already given us in the numerical itself. This total distance is 1 meter, and also this distance and this one, it is also given. This is 0.3 meter, and this is also 0.3 meter. Okay. So these things are given to us, and now we need to find out the reactions at the contact points. Okay. So how do we start the numerical? First of all, we need to draw the free body diagram of both these spheres. Okay, so for your understanding, if I draw the diagram, so now see, this is my sphere 1. I will call now, this is my sphere 1. Okay, I will call this first sphere. This is my sphere 1 and this is my sphere 2. Okay, so if I draw the diagram for both the spheres, now this is the sphere 1. Okay. And here somewhere is the sphere 2. So these are the two spheres. Now, first of all, the first thing I will do, I will draw horizontal and vertical line first. Okay. So this is the horizontal line. This is the vertical line. Okay. Here also horizontal line and vertical line. Always draw horizontal and vertical first, so that you will get a judgment, you will get some idea how to calculate the angles and what we are going to do. Now the weight, I will show the weight of these both spheres. So I will show the weight over here like this. This is the weight. Here is the weight. And the weight of these both spheres is 50 Newton. So the weight is 50 Newton each. So 50 Newton. This is also 50 Newton. Then now if you see this sphere 1, okay, now if you see this sphere 1, So what are the contact points of this sphere 1? So A point. So here at the point A, this surface is vertical. The reaction is always perpendicular to the surface. तुम्हाला मी already शिकवलेलं आहे. So this surface, now if you see, this surface is vertical. So whatever reaction you are getting from point A, that reaction must be horizontal, perpendicular to this surface. Now if you come to the next point, point B, here you can see the surface is horizontal. Here the surface is horizontal, so your reaction will be vertical. Your reaction will be vertical. And now here you can see at this point D. So at this point D, if you consider from the perspective of first figure, this second sphere will exert some pressure on the first sphere. So this will be the line of action of the reaction. Okay, and similar thing is for second sphere also. For second sphere also, we can say that this first sphere will exert some pressure on this second sphere. So, and if you consider this second sphere now, there will be only two contact points, point C and point D. So if you see point C, if the surface is vertical, you will get the horizontal reaction at point C. And here at point D, you will get exactly opposite reaction on the sphere 2 as it is acting on sphere 1. So now if I show you all the reactions, so here my first reaction will be this one at A. So here it will be the horizontal reaction. I will call this as RA. Then the next reaction will be this one, RB. The next reaction is this one, RB. And now if I join this with this dotted line now, so this is the line of action. Okay, this is the dotted line which I will draw over here between these 2 points. Actually, we are separating this. Actually, these two are connected. So now the third reaction, this reaction is reaction RD. Okay, so this reaction is reaction RD. So I will show this reaction. This is the reaction. Oh. This is the reaction RD. Now I will give the names. So this is the reaction RD. Then this is reaction RE. Here is reaction RB. Now if you think about this second sphere, then here is the horizontal reaction RC will be there. And then this reaction RD, it will be like this. It will act on like this on this sphere. So this is RD. Okay. And this is your RC. So this is the free body diagram. This is the free body diagram of both the spheres. RD, you can see, you should always show the equilibrium. When you joint these two, this RD will get cancelled with each other. Okay, so here you can see there is no reaction shown. But when you separate this, you have to consider there is a contact point D and the reactions will be acting on both the spheres. So you can see that when I talk about this RD, you can say that this sphere 2 will exert some reaction on this sphere 1. So this contributes in this RD. And when I talk about this RD reaction, which I have shown on sphere number 2, so you can say that on sphere number 2, this sphere 1 will act some reaction or exert some force. That is nothing but this RD. Okay, so this is the free body diagram of this. Now to solve this numerical, it is very important to find out this angle. It is very important to find out this angle. What is this angle? Okay, let us say that this angle is theta. So if this angle is theta, then this angle is also theta. Okay, this angle is also theta. So this we need to find out, this angle. Now in the main figure, if you see, if I join the points in the main figure, so see, this is the point which I can join. Now I can extend. To calculate this angle, what I will do, I will drop one perpendicular from this point. This is the perpendicular, and I will extend this horizontal line also. So I will extend this horizontal line. So these will meet at this point. These two will meet at this point. Okay, these will meet at this point. So now you can see that. Now you can see here, if I say that this distance up to this point, up to here, and the distance up to here, this it is already known to you. This is 0.3 meters, and this is also 0.3 meters. It is already given in the problem, radius. And now the next thing is that if I want to calculate this one, so I want to calculate this distance, this base of this triangle. So this will be 0.4 meter because this total is 1 meter. Total is given to me as 1 meter. So now I know that this base is 0.4 meter, this total from this point to this point. I will show it over here. This total distance, this is 0.4 meter. This total distance is 0.4 meter. Okay. And I know that this distance is also known to me. This. You can easily say that this will be 0.6 because it will be R1 plus R2. The radius of sphere 1 is 0.3 and the radius of sphere 2 is also 0.3. So this total will become it is 0.6 meter. So now I can easily find out this angle theta. Now I can easily find out this angle theta as this angle is 90 degree. Okay. So if you use cos of theta, then you will get the angle theta. So here if I write cos theta, so cos of theta is nothing but it is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. So therefore cos of theta is equal to adjacent side. Now this is the theta, so adjacent side is 0.4 divided by my hypotenuse is 0.6. So therefore, if you solve this, you will get the value of theta. Solve it and let me know the answer. What is theta? Calculate it and let me know the answer, theta.
$48.7.
48.17. Okay. 48.17 now. So this is the angle theta.
No, 48.7.
48.7 only. Okay.
हाँ.
ठीक है. 48.7. Others, please do check the answer. I have unsolved problem. So, बरोबर है ना? So this I'm not getting. Can you repeat it once?
48.18.
18.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
What majority says 48.7 is the correct answer or 48.18?
48.18.
48.18. Okay. So I will write here 48.18 degree. So this is the theta. Now I know this angle. Now if you think about sphere 2, now just think about the sphere 2. Now this free body diagram, look at this sphere 2. Okay, so this is unknown, RD, RC is unknown, this is known 50 Newton. Three forces are there acting at single point. All three forces are inward forces. So, and also we know now this angle theta. So we can easily use Lami's theorem for this. Okay, so here only, if we calculate all the angles, so I will draw, shall I draw the separate diagram or are you understanding here only in the sphere to this diagram? याच डायग्राम मध्ये समजायला लागले तुम्हाला का मी सेपरेट डायग्राम ड्रॉ करू स्पेअर 2 साठी परत काय करू दे Are you getting my question? Now this is the free body diagram I have already drawn for sphere 2. So are you required a separate diagram to understand how all the angles are there, or in the same diagram if I show the angles then it is also okay? काय करू दे?
Sir, it's okay then.
हा बरं ठीक आहे, या
Same.
सेम डायग्राम मध्येच दाखवतो मग अँगल सगळे. नाव सी थिटा आपण ऑलरेडी कॅल्क्युलेट केलेला आहे. व्हॉट इज द थिटा? 48.18. Okay, this angle is already 90 degree because weight is acting always vertical and this reaction is horizontal. So this angle is 90 degree. This is already known to us. So here I will show all the angles. So here this angle is 90 degree. So angle between 50 Newton and RC is 90 degree. Now here we need to calculate this total angle. This total angle we need to calculate now from these two forces. This total angle. So what is this total angle? So this angle is already 90. 90 plus 48.18. What is the total angle?
138.18.
So this angle is 138.18 degree. Now you can easily calculate this remaining angle. 360 degree total सगळ्याची बेरीज यायला पाहिजे ना. So one angle is 90 degree, another is 138.18. So from 360, if you minus these two angles, you will get this remaining angle. What is that?
131.82.
So this angle is 131.82 degree. Now you can use Lami's theorem and find out the reactions RC and RD. So if I use the Lami's theorem for sphere 2, so I will write here, use Lami's theorem for sphere 2. So if I use Lami's theorem for sphere 2, then what do I get? I will get RC divided by sine of 138.18 degree, which is equal to RD divided by sine of 90 degree, which is equal to 50 divided by sine of 131.82 degree. Now if you solve this, you will easily get the value of RC and value of RD. Let me know the answer. RC किती आलं? 44.72. Okay. And what is the value of RD?
$67.09.
67.09. Okay. So these are the two answers for RC and RD. Now come to sphere 1. आता बघा इथं. Now after solving this RD, now you know the value of this RD. What is the value of RD? RD is 67.09. So if you come to the sphere 1 now, so you can see all forces are inward. Okay. So now you can easily use the Lami's theorem. So how to solve by using Lami's theorem? कसं solve करणार आता? Can anybody give me the answer?
Sir, if we not consider the RD force.
It is
Means in Lami's theorem we need three forces, no? Then
correct.
if
Now
we don't
here
consider the RD force, then
why should we should eliminate RD? आरडी ऍक्ट व्हायला लागलाय ना स्पिअर 1 वरती, तुम्हाला कन्सिडर करावंच लागणार आरडी. तुम्ही मनाने असं ठरवू शकत नाही की मी आरडी कन्सिडर नाही करणार, मी आर ए कन्सिडर नाही करणार किंवा मी आरबी कन्सिडर नाही करणार. तुम्ही मनाने असं काहीच करू शकत नाही. कळलं? व्हॉट एव्हर द गिव्हन कंडिशन इज देअर, व्हॉट एव्हर द फोर्सेस आर ऍक्टिंग ऑन अ पर्टिक्युलर ऑब्जेक्ट, that all the forces you should consider while doing the analysis. तुम्ही असं म्हणू शकत नाही की मी इकडं आरडी नाही घेणार किंवा मी इकडं आर ए नाही घेणार, असं तुम्ही करू शकत नाही. Now if you see, if I consider this sphere 1, on this sphere 1 there are 4 forces acting. One is 50 Newton, another is RA, then RB and RD. So here it should come in your mind that you cannot use Lami's theorem for sphere 1 as there are not more than 3 forces are there. You can only use Lami's theorem when there are 3 forces are acting. But now if you consider sphere 1, on the sphere 1 4 forces are acting, so you cannot use Lami's theorem. Okay, so go by the conventional method. Go by the conventional method, consider the equilibrium, apply the equations of equilibrium, summation fx equal to 0 and summation fy equal to 0, so that you will get the remaining reactions Ra and Rb. So again I will draw the diagram for sphere 1. So for the sphere 1, see, now I will not draw the sphere, I will show you directly the forces. So here is the my sphere 1. So for the sphere 1, this is the weight which is acting vertically downward. Okay, so this is the weight 50 Newton. Then reaction Ra, the reaction Ra is acting in this direction. This is the reaction Ra. Then reaction Rb. This is the reaction Rb. Rb, and here you know this reaction, this is the reaction Rd which is coming from this point. This is Rd, and the value of this Rd is 67.09 Newton, and this angle is also known to you. You have already calculated, it is 48.18 degree. So here you can use summation fx0, summation fy0. For that, now first of all you need to resolve this. You have to resolve this force of 67.09. Okay, so here I think on this point many forces are acting. So if I show the resolution here itself, you will get confused, so I will show the resolution here. So if I try to resolve it, one component is parallel to y in this direction, one component is parallel to x in this direction. These are the two components I will get. Okay, these are the two components I will get. This will be 67.09 sine of 48.18, and this will be 67.09 cos of 48.18. हे मी इथं तुम्हाला समजावेत म्हणून दाखवलंय रिझोल्युशन. ऍक्च्युली तुम्ही हे दोन्ही फोर्सेस इथं दाखवायला पाहिजेत. हा जो फोर्स आहे हा इथे येणार y ला पॅरलल, आणि हा जो दाखवलाय तो इकडे येणार बरं का, x ला पॅरलल. या पद्धतीने तुम्ही दाखवायला पाहिजे खरं, पण इथं ऑलरेडी भरपूर फोर्सेस आहेत म्हणून मी इकडे दाखवलेत तुम्हाला समजावे म्हणून. इज इट क्लिअर? हे समजलं का मी आता सांगितलेलं?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So for your understanding purpose only I have shown this forces over here, because the point of contact is this point. Remember, always we resolve the force from the point of contact only. So you have to show these two components over here, but here already many forces are there, so to avoid confusion I have shown over there. Okay, so now if I apply now summation fx equal to 0, so our normal sign conventions, if the force is going towards right it is positive, if it is going towards left it is negative. So if I apply, then I will get Ra minus 67.09 cos of 48.18 degree, which is equal to 0. Okay, there is no any another force. So if you solve this, you will get the value of RA. Let me know the value. What is the value of RA?
$44.73.
Okay, 44.73 Newton. So this is RA. Then now apply summation Fy equal to 0. So upward forces we will consider as positive. Downward forces are negative. Now if I apply that, then it is minus 50 because it is moving down, plus RB, we have considered it is moving up, minus 67.09 sine of 48.18 degree, which is equal to 0. So therefore, RB is equal to, let me know the value of RB.
$99.99.
99.99. So this is the answer for RB. Okay. So in this way, you can solve this numerical. So is there any problem in this numerical? What we have solved? Yesterday I have given you homework to solve the numerical. Have you done that? Anybody? काल तुम्हाला मी एक प्रॉब्लेम दिला होता घरी सोडवायला, हा ट्राय करा म्हणून सांगितलं होतं, सोडवा. तुम्ही सोडवलेला आहे का? यस नो काय? फक्त लेक्चरच्या वेळेलाच वही उघडायचं, त्याच वेळेला बघायचं काय झालंय काय नाही. नाहीतर बघायचंच नाही असं काय ठरवलंय का? So now do one thing, that yesterday's problem, now solve it today and tell me the answer tomorrow. So today we will stop over here, and in the next lecture I will start the next bit, friction, not the next unit. In the unit number 2 only, next we will go for the next bit, friction. So before going to the friction, we will learn the different types of supports, what are the different types of supports are there, and then we will go for friction. Okay, then we will move for the friction. So for today, now we will stop over here and give me the attendance. Okay. Just 1 minute. Roll number 1.
Present.
2.
Present, sir.
3. Roll number 3. 3 is absent. Okay. Roll number 4.
Present, sir.
5.
Present, sir.
6.
Present, sir.
7. 8.
Present, sir.
9.
Present, sir.
10. 11. Roll number 11. Present. Okay. 12. 12 is also present. 13.
Present, sir.
14. 14 is also present. Okay. 15.
Present, sir.
16.
Present.
17.
Present, sir.
18. 18. 19.
Present.
20. 21.
Present, sir.
22. Rule number 22. 22 is present. 23.
Present, sir.
24, 20, 25. Roll number 25. 26.
Present, sir.
27.
Present, sir.
28.
Present.
29.
Present, sir.
30.
Present, sir.
31.
Present, sir.
32. 32 is absent. 33.
Present, sir.
34.
Present, sir.
35.
Present, sir.
36.
Present, sir.
37.
Present, sir.
38.
Present, sir.
39.
Present, sir.
40. Roll number 40. 41.
Present, sir.
42. Roll number 42. 43.
Present, sir.
44. 44. 45.
Present, sir.
46. Okay, 46 is present. 47. Roll number 47. 48. 49. 50.
Present, sir.
51.
Present, sir.
52. 53.
Present.
54. 55. 56.
Present, sir.
57.
Present, sir.
58.
Present, sir.
59. 60.
Present.
61.
Present, sir.
Okay, so I will count the
Hello?
absent number once again. If anybody is present, let me know. Roll number 3. 3 is present. Okay, 3 is present. 18. Roll number 18. Then 25. 25 absent. 32. Roll number 32. 40. 40. 40. 40 is also absent. 42. Roll number 42. 44. 44 is also absent. 47. 47 is absent. 52.
Present.
52 is present. Okay. 59.
Present, sir. 59 present.
Okay. 59 is also present. Okay. So today we will stop over here. हा.
Present.
40 प्रेझेंट. मग एवढा वेळ काय झालं हो तुम्ही काय करत होता?
माइक ओपन होत नव्हता.
चॅट मध्ये टाइप करून सांगायचं 40 प्रेझेंट म्हणून. I simultaneously also see the chat. If somebody is having problem with the mic or with the range, you can type in the chat also. So 40 is present. तुम्हाला असं कधी प्रॉब्लेम आला अटेंडन्स देताना की समजा रेंज नाहीये किंवा माइक ओपन होत नाहीये, at that time when your number comes you can type in the chat also present sir or roll number 46 is present, 42 is present, like that way you can give your attendance also. But one or two times, most of the times you should tell me yes sir, and if the problem is there then you can tell me in the chat. Okay, so today we will stop over here.